All right, g'day everyone. So thought we'd mix it up a little bit this week and do something a little bit different and have a little bit of an interview with David Eacob. So for those who don't know, David has a very impressive playing career, not only as an amateur but as a professional. He won the Vic PGA, he won a variety of amateur events, I think second in the world amateur. And
that was back in 1988. I finished second in the world amateur in Stockholm in Sweden. The team was lucky to run third, so I finished second overall.
So all in all, pretty good amateur career and professional career. So we thought we'd talk about his short game. So this week we're talking about the best ways for you to break 90 or to break 80 if that's your goal. And to do that, it's all about short game. And I'm tipping that when you were playing, David, you had a pretty good short game.
I had to. I was mixing it with the best in the world. We had the Greg Norman, who was #1 for the most amount of weeks. Tiger Woods was just coming onto the scene. You still had your Nick Faldos and your Sevis playing. These guys hit it a long way. Unfortunately, due to my stature, wasn't able to hit it out there, especially with the old Persimmon Woods. So I had to have a very good short game. I had to be very sharp with my wedges. My sand wedges had to be very close. I flash back to one tournament at Riverside Oaks there where we played the Australian PGA. Greg could stand on the par 4, the 12th, and knock it on the green. Unfortunately, I'd hit 7-iron wedge, so I had to adapt my game to be dead-eye dick with that to actually get my scores very low.
So I guess the question we're asking our members today is, do you know exactly how far you hit all your wedges? So say you've got a lob wedge, a sand wedge, and a gap wedge in your bag. Do you know how far each of those clubs go? So I guess if we ask the question, do you know how far your 7-iron goes? People will be able to tell you straight away, right? Yeah. I'm guessing in your playing career, you knew exactly how far each one of those wedges went.
Exactly. Unfortunately too, but we didn't have any lob wedges back when we were playing. We had to make our sand wedge, which is traditionally a 56 degree. We had to make that go as far as your gap wedge and as far as your lob wedge. So basically changing the face angle and your angle of attack into the shot, we then got the desired shot that we're trying to get. You're very lucky nowadays that you do get the 60 degrees and the 52s, and you can vary it up the best way you know how to do it. Changing of the lofts and obviously the sole of the club with the bounce angle, and also the grinds, especially in the Vokey wedges, which are always very, very important.
So what advice would you give our members in terms of practicing the short game? Or like what would you do specifically? What would you do to practice your short game?
First of all, I'd get my lob wedge out. I'd try and make a full swing with it, and then pace off exactly how far, or get your laser out and give it a measure straight up. Then vary and try and get it into sort of a 3/4 swing, a hip high half swing, and again measure how far that's going. So that's going to give you a good variance. Then do the same in your sand wedge, then do the same in your gap wedge, and then do the same in your pitching wedge. What you'll find there is you'll start to see a pattern as you go through the different angles of where the club is in the backswing. You don't want to try and hit it harder, just try and keep the same tempo going, but use the backswing as getting your length for your right shots.
Okay, so that's good advice. So, all right, for this week, we challenge our members to go out there when you're practicing and even when you're playing, try and figure out how far you hit each club. Your wedges, your sand wedge, your lob wedge, and your gap wedge, and even your pitching wedge. Really dial it down, and that's gonna really push you in the right direction to breaking 80 or breaking 90, whatever your goal might be. So Christmas is coming up. What have we got on?
Terrific. We've got a lot of specials on here in the shop. Please come along and have a look. We've got a great range of shirts, as you'll see with our FootJoy shirts that we're wearing as team shirts here. Great deals on buggies. Obviously too, have a look at our wedges too and see how you go. You might just find something in here that might just suit you.
Not only that, don't forget about a perfect Christmas gift idea is a lesson voucher. So myself, David, Jason, Paige, we're all here. We'll all be here throughout Christmas coaching. It's a fantastic present. So come on in, buy yourself, buy your friend, buy yourself, buy your cousin, your auntie, whoever, a lesson voucher. We'd love to have them down here. So we might leave it at that today, mate, and well done.
Terrific.
Well
Thank
done.
you.